Another week of the guessing game, y'all. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review of Life of Chess for the bold and beautiful January 27, 2025. Okay, y'all, so first things first, let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Look, I said it's going to be a whole nother week of the guessing game. First, it was if Jack is the father of Luna. Now it's going to be if Finn's the father or whatever. But, yeah, spoilers did say, they did say that Steffi and Finn's supposed to have trouble in paradise. But okay, y'all, not too much happened on this episode. Taylor reached Steffi. So basically, Taylor and Rich was talking. That's when Steffi arrived, and she was in up saying how she was happy that they're back together and everything. And then she started to talk about how she want the same thing for Finn parents. I said she on her next couple. She over here, she over here playing matchmaker for the next couple or whatever. And they started to talk about everything that Jack has done to Lee. Talk about Sheila. Look, Sheila back, y'all. She was on today's episode. I want to know if this the only episode that she's going to be on. Now she back talking about Finn, but we're going to get to that part in a minute. But yeah, they were just sitting there talking about, first they was talking about Lee and Jack possibly reuniting, how Steffi wants Finn to experience what she experiencing with her parents being back together. But yeah, that whole scene was just about that. Lee, Jack, Finn, Sheila. Then they started talking about how, I think Steffi was the one that said she doesn't understand why Lee is so hard on Poppy or whatever. Then they started talking about the fact that Finn and Steffi's anniversary is coming up or whatever. And I said, yep, they had to sit up here and stir up trouble. Not just that. I feel like they just told us without telling us. But at the same time, this wouldn't be the first time that they've implied something and it wasn't it. But yeah, when Lee was talking to Finn by the end of the episode saying that Luna's father's out there somewhere, they zoomed in on Finn. And I said, no. Lee and Finn. So basically, Finn ended up showing up. I think Lee was crying and he was asking her why. She ends up telling him the long story about how she was mad for all these years and she assumed that Poppy and Jack had been together. He was like, you could have just asked me. I would have told you that wasn't true or something like that. So I was like, okay, anybody gonna say how old he was back then? Look. Then Poppy over here looking guilty when she was talking to Jack, and we're going to get to them because that didn't make sense. She just over here held this whole grudge about y'all, about the fact that she was living with her, not living with her, that Poppy lived with them, and she was always at work, and she thought they had something going on, and they over here at El Jardino together. But yeah, Finn was telling her, you could have just asked me or talked to me about it and I would have told you that wasn't true. And she was like, I know. And she was saying, she just feels so bad about it. And she was so mean. And Jack was so sweet after they broke up and all this other stuff. He invited me to dinner. And she told him how she ended up testing first Tom, then Jack or whatever. And then she was like, Bill was proven not to be the father. Jack, not the father. Tom wasn't the father. Did I say him already? So she was like, there's still the question about who Luna's father is or whatever. And before that, Finn was already making faces over here looking guilty and stuff. So I said, I don't know. I really don't know. Some people said they don't think they going that far, but it kind of seemed like it based on today's episode. From them talking about Steffi and Finn's anniversary to the scene where Finn over here looking guilty. Then y'all know on Friday's episode, at the end of the episode, they showed Finn questioning Poppy to my son. I don't know if he said, I know what you did, or I know something he telling her he know, I mean. But yeah, then we got Poppy, Jack, Sheila. What Sheila, these folks don't fool with you. But yeah, Jack and Poppy was at El Jardino. They was just talking about everything that has happened. They was talking about the fact that Lee was so upset about it and they had never been together. What they said? I don't know if it was when Sheila was talking about something, give Lee my best or something. And I think Jack was the one that said we don't need to upset her no more, or we don't want to give her another reason to be upset or something like that. But yeah, they was standing there talking about that, and I said that didn't make sense though. I know you can't tell nobody if they want to hang out, they're gonna hang out and all that other stuff. But if y'all know this lady don't sit up here and feel some type of, I mean, they ain't together no more. They divorced, ain't it? That's what they said. But I said, and y'all know they ain't never been one to not recycle or share me. So we'll see if they actually gonna end up together or not. I want to know if Lee gonna try to put the moves up on Jack again, and he gonna end up being involved with Poppy. But at the same time, I feel like the whole Finn situation, with them more than likely introducing their storyline this week or next week, because y'all know how they do. They probably ain't gonna pursue the storyline with Poppy and Jack, but we'll see. Because also Jack had said, what did he say? I think he was saying something about she was helping everybody and all this stuff, and they zoomed in on her face too, and I was like, you guilty, what you did, what you and Finn did to be looking guilty and stuff. Oh, let me backtrack. I know what Lee said now. Lee said Her intuition was telling her that Penelope was hiding something or whatever, and that's when Finn was looking suspicious. He was looking suspicious or whatever. Oh, that's everybody. Yeah, that's everybody. Let me know y'all thoughts down below. Oh, wait. Sheila gonna ask, talk about some, will Finn be joining you? I said, girl. But yeah, that's it, y'all. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next video. Until next time, deuces, have a good rest of the day and be safe.